You'll be shocked. What if I told you that every time you tap like on a post, you're not just expressing approval, you're participating in a complex psychological feedback loop designed to keep you hooked? And every time you see a comment on your content, your brain lights up in ways eerily similar to winning a slot machine jackpot. Before we dive deep, make sure you hit that subscribe button right now, because what you're about to learn will change the way you see social media forever. We live in an era where likes and comments have become a form of currency. Not the kind you can spend on groceries, but a currency of attention, validation, and self. Yet, most of us have no idea how profoundly these tiny icons shape our behavior, our emotions, and even our identities. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on the psychology of likes and comments. Why they feel so good, why they can feel so bad, and why social media companies rely on them more than you think. Chapter 1. The dopamine hit. The first thing you need to understand is that likes and comments tap into the brain's dopamine system. Dopamine is often called the feel-good chemical, but that's a little misleading. It's less about making you feel happy and more about motivating you to seek rewards. Imagine your brain as a casino slot machine. Each like you receive is like a coin drop, a little reward signal telling your brain, do that again. Neuroscientists have found that this works on a variable reward schedule. Sometimes you post and you get 200 likes, sometimes only 20. This unpredictability makes the system more addictive, not less. It's the same principle that keeps gamblers glued to slot machines, even when they're losing money. The uncertainty actually increases the dopamine surge when the reward arrives. Social media platforms know this. Their algorithms are tuned to space out your notifications in just the right way, creating peaks and valleys of anticipation. You might post a photo and not get a like for the first minute. Then suddenly you get 10 in a row. That's not an accident. That's psychology in action. Chapter 2. Social validation and identity. Humans are wired for social connection. Thousands of years ago, being liked by your tribe meant survival. Today, likes are our modern-day equivalent of tribal approval. Every heart, thumbs up, or comment tells you, you belong. Psychologists call this social validation, the feeling that your actions, thoughts, or appearance are accepted by others. But here's the tricky part. While a few likes can lift your mood, too much focus on them can make your self-esteem fragile. If you post something and it doesn't get the engagement you expected, it can trigger feelings of rejection, even if nobody actually rejected you. Studies show that teenagers and young adults are particularly vulnerable to this. In adolescence, the brain's social reward system is especially sensitive, meaning likes and comments hit harder. This is why platforms like Instagram and TikTok can be both a source of joy and a source of anxiety for young users. Chapter 3. Comments. The double-edged sword. While likes give you a quick dopamine hit, comments add another layer. Narrative feedback. Someone took the time to write something about your post. That's powerful. Comments can feel deeply personal, whether they're supportive or critical. Positive comments can reinforce your sense of competence, creativity, or attractiveness. Negative comments, on the other hand, can hijack your attention completely. Psychologists call this the negativity bias. Our tendency to focus more on negative information than positive. You could receive 50 positive comments and 1 negative one, but the negative one will likely stick in your mind the longest. This is part of why comments are such an effective engagement tool. They don't just give you a number, they give you a story to react to. And stories, whether they're praise, criticism, or debate, keep you coming back to the platform. If this is blowing your mind so far, pause and hit that subscribe button now, so you don't miss the rest of this series on the hidden psychology of the internet. Because in a moment, we're going even deeper into how likes and comments literally change your brain. Chapter 4. Neuroplasticity and habit formation. Every time you receive likes and comments, your brain forms or strengthens neural pathways. Over time, these pathways make the habit of checking your phone almost automatic. This is called neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to rewire itself in response to repeated experiences. Here, as the unsettling part, these habits can form even if you don't consciously care about likes. Maybe you think, I'm not obsessed with social media, But if you've ever found yourself unlocking your phone without thinking, opening an app just to check, you've already trained your brain to seek that micro-reward cycle. This is why going on a social media detox can feel surprisingly difficult. You're not just resisting an app, you're resisting physical wiring in your brain that has been reinforced hundreds, maybe thousands of times. Chapter 5. The business model of engagement. Why do social media companies care so much about likes and comments? Because engagement is profit. Every second you spend on their platform is another chance to show you ads, collect data, and influence your behavior. Likes and comments are some of the cheapest, most effective tools for keeping you engaged. They cost the platform nothing, but they keep you coming back over and over. The more you post, the more you check, the more data they have on you, and the more precisely they can target you with ads. There is a reason Facebook experimented with removing public like counts, but never fully got rid of them. They know that visible engagement metrics are one of the strongest hooks for user behavior. Chapter 6. Breaking the cycle. Now that you understand the psychology behind likes and comments, what can you do about it? Limit your notification settings so you're not constantly interrupted. Set intentional posting goals. Post when you have something meaningful to share, not just for engagement. Practice delayed checking. Wait 30 minutes or more after posting before you look at the reactions. Focus on meaningful interaction instead of chasing likes. Aim for deeper conversations and connections. You can use these tools in a healthy way, but it takes conscious effort to avoid the trap. Conclusion? Likes and comments are more than just digital reactions. They're carefully engineered psychological triggers that tap into our need for validation, our love of unpredictability, and our deep-rooted social instincts. They can lift us up, but they can also make us dependent. If you've watched this far, you're already ahead of most people who use social media without understanding what is happening behind the scenes. The next time you see a like or a comment, you'll know it. S more than a number. It is a small part of a much bigger system. So before you go, hit that subscribe button, because in the next episode, we're going to explore something even more fascinating. How the colors, sounds, and layouts of your favorite apps are designed to keep you scrolling, and why you might never look at your phone the same way again.